in here? What's in here? Where's it? Oh, here it is, here it is. Here it comes. Oh, it's a book. Oh, there you are. Oh, you look just like your mommy. Oh, it's a book. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Here we go. You're okay. We're going to take you in the back now, book. Here we go. It's okay. It's okay.
Before a book is ordered for the library, staff spends time diligently reading professional reviews, consulting award-winning lists, and soliciting patron requests to make sure we purchase and maintain a curated collection for our community to choose from. Once the book arrives, the technical services begin. An online record is created. A unique barcode sticker is placed on each book. The record is imported into the Toledo Library collection. A spine label is prepared and affixed to the book. The book is then either fitted with a dust jacket for hardcover or wrapped. The book is then placed on the shelf according to the spine label and genre. The book is now ready to be checked out. If it's a picture book, it might be used at story time.
Hello. Please forgive me for reading from my printed notes. I really don't want to forget any important things I wanted to tell you. And thanks for listening. It's been my privilege to serve this community as the director of the library since July of 2013. The experience has been truly challenging as the last 7 years have seen dramatic changes to library services and to much change in the city of Toledo. I'm very fortunate to have a staff that is comprised of both new and long-standing employees. This combination allows us to retain the best practices of the past with those currently prevalent and to cast an eye to the future, as we are very aware that the future is moving closer every day. There are 3 enduring values that we continue to uphold in the library in Toledo. And that is that our work is patron-focused, that it's service-oriented, and that it is absolutely necessary. Libraries have, from the beginning, been the origin of free access to information. So you can imagine that during the informational age, and now that we're living in the disinformational age, it is essential that we continue to have a place that we can go to have good information and to be guided to good information. Indeed, the library is the only place you can go in a community that will allow you to spend time there without asking you to buy one single thing. We will generously assist you in finding the facts that you need to make health decisions, financial decisions, employment decisions, or whether or not that post that you saw is factual or misleading. We will also help you to find the perfect novel or film or reconnect you with a long-forgotten favorite author. We provide a place of quiet and refuge where you can stop the pressure of endless activities to sit down and simply be. Yes, we still have shelves of books and magazines as well as DVDs and CDs, but we also offer a plethora of digital and online resources for research, for learning a new language, for employment searches and resume writing, college searches and preparatory test practices, and so on, as well as ebooks and audiobooks. The Toledo Public Library is a gentle mix of the familiar and the unfamiliar, the new and the old, the comfortable and the challenging, the forgotten and the undiscovered. We invite you to spend some time at the Toledo Public Library. Thank you.
I'm Harrison Baker, and I'm the Assistant Director and Operations Manager for the Toledo Public Library. I'm responsible for day-to-day operations, maintaining and developing our adult collections and programs, and handling interlibrary loans. I love my job because it gives me the opportunity to serve our community directly, whether it's tracking down a hard-to-find item for a patron or helping someone resuscitate an old computer. Ultimately, library work isn't about books. I've said many times, and I will again, libraries are older than books. Libraries are about preserving information, providing access to information, and helping people develop the skills to understand and evaluate information for themselves. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed a lot of things for us, as it has for everyone. We've had to adapt and get creative about how we serve our patrons and how we keep our collection alive and circulating. It has been a challenge, but we're using the moment to engage differently and strengthen some institutional muscles we hadn't used as much before.
Hello, I'm Denise Marsh, and I'm the Children's Library Specialist here at the Toledo Public Library. And I've been here probably for the past 3 years in this job. It's my job to plan programming and events for the youth of Toledo. And so that's everything from the tots to the teens and everything in between. Part of my job is planning the weekly story time that we have. And before COVID, that was in-house, and every Wednesday, children would come and we would read books and sing and make crafts together. And since COVID, that has all moved to virtually. And still the same format, some singing and reading stories and crafts. Now I have make and take bags that families can pick up in advance of that virtual story time that comes out, and that way they can make the craft with me when that's happening. Just recently, within the past couple of weeks, I've been given permission to start hosting outdoor, socially distanced story times. So we're calling that we now have online and on-lawn story times. And we just had one this morning, and it was awesome to see the families back and get to read with them. A big part of my job is community outreach, and that is getting out to the places in Toledo where we have youth. So I am lucky enough to read on a monthly basis to the Head Start preschool and start building that literacy early. This year I've been able to do that through Zoom meetings and with the children. I have connection with Toledo Elementary School and get to go over there once a month, at least I did before COVID, and read and do activities with their after-school program, and even a connection with the high school. I'm working with their Joy Club and helping me promote a new program that we started before COVID hit called Pages with Piper, where we had Piper, our beloved Storytime dog that comes to Storytime every week, go to the after-school program, and the children would one-on-one get to read a book to Piper. That was going really well, and I hope to get that going again once things get back to normal, whatever that looks like. Another big part of my job is planning the summer reading program. In fact, that really takes me all year to do. And the summer reading program typically had been, once a week we would have a performer here, and I would run, in addition to a story time, I ran a club for the older students called Chapters and Challenges. During Chapters and Challenges, we read a book together, a chapter book together, and then there would always be a challenge after we read together. And that was, I had a really great group of kids that read with me. This summer, I had to change things because there was no in-house activities. And so I was still able to reach out and promote literacy through a Main Street story trail. I had pages of a book up and down Main Street, and when you got to the end of the book, there was an activity sheet that children could complete and turn in and earn a summer reading program t-shirt. So even though it was COVID, we still had 94 kids participate, which I thought was pretty awesome. A lot of my job is just to get the word out about what we're doing here at the library. So I'm in charge of making flyers and being on the radio and really promoting so that I can get as many children in here into the library and read all these wonderful books that we have. That's another big part of the job, is to maintain our collection. I write grants to bring in money. I attend a monthly book club where I meet with other librarians to hear about the latest and greatest in books, and any book that I read and review, I get to keep and bring back to our library. So I'm always looking for ways to promote literacy and share my love of reading with the youth of Toledo. So that's my job in a nutshell. If you ever have a youth book that you want to see in our library and it's not here, please let me know. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Andrea Haller, Technical Service Operator. A typical day at the Toledo Public Library for me includes desk time, which I check books in and out for patrons. Desk time also includes running holds, reports, and pulling books to be sent to other libraries, emptying the book return box, checking in and reshelving books, and answering patron questions. The back of the house items I work on include cataloging all magazines and DVDs.
Hi, I'm Nancy McFerrin. I've been with the Toledo Public Library since April of 1996. So that's a very long time. I have known many of the kids and the older patrons for most of that time and watched the kids especially grow up and the older patrons, of course, mature, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful place to spend my time. I'm very, very dedicated to the access of information for all ages of people here in our community. I've watched a lot of changes, of course, over the years as we've become more digitized and technologically advanced, but it never takes away from my desire to know the patrons, help them find what they're looking for, help them in their searches, and making it all accessible and at such a wonderful price. I am basically a library clerk, that is my title, and I engage in the tasks that are needed to process the books and check them in and excuse me, check them back out to the patrons and help them put items on hold for location in other areas of our county and in the world, and calling them to let them know that they're available and helping them research anything that they're looking for. So no one knows what the future will bring. We are almost, hopefully, out of this pandemic shutdown, and we will be able to open up again fairly soon and offer our services, not virtually, but in person. And we're all looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to many, many years ahead of the value of libraries in our community. Thank you.